Well, it looks like they caught this kid from the Walmart incident that I made a video on a couple days ago. He was a 16-year-old kid, and he was busted. He was charged with, and I'm going to read this from the story because, you know, when you're talking law and all that good stuff. Said that he was charged with harassment and bias intimidation for the incident. And I don't suppose he's going to do any time behind bars, but that little son of a bitch oughta. I jest. So they didn't release much about the kid other than his age. And it's pretty much what I expected, you know. I would like to know the kid's race, though, because it would really be funny if the kid was black. Then I would like to see the news go back and ask all the people that were outraged if they were still outraged, because that would be kind of difficult for some of the people that feel race is important in their lives. Unlike myself. So anyway, Unique was 74 was a person that replied, and I just wanted to kind of give her a little... I could do this on text comments, but it wouldn't be as much fun, and it takes a lot of time to explain things to somebody like Uniqua 74, because, and I don't say that with just out of thin air, because you drew conclusions to things that never happened, Uniqua. An example is the first sentence that you wrote as your reply to my video. You said, "I see. It's okay to be insensitive to any group of people other than your own." It's not what I said. I wouldn't have a problem. First of all, I wouldn't say, oh, that's just being insensitive, because I don't frickin' use that kind of language, insensitive. I don't care if people say things about my race or point out the fact that I'm white or that I have a short haircut, or... You know, people come on the PA telling all white people to leave the store. I'm not exactly going to have any problem with that. It's not going to bother me in the least bit. So that was what I meant when I replied to you, and I said that you start off with a false statement. You jumped to that saying that I was calling you a liar and all this other nonsense. No, maybe you just don't get my freaking video. There's a difference between me saying that you made a false statement. I'm pointing out the fact that I never said it was okay to be insensitive to a group of people other than my own. You start off, it's kind of like the whole straw man deal. So I said that, basically, what I wrote was, you start off with a false statement, and it just becomes more absurd from there. You start talking about how people's civil rights were violated. Oh no. How are they going to go on with their lives after hearing this vileness come over the PA? It's ridiculous. And your punked analogy, let me explain this. You tried to get me on semantics. And you said that because I called it a prank. All pranks have a victim. So then, look. Here's the difference between the punked show, which I've seen a couple of them. I know how it works, but don't spend a whole lot of time watching shows like that. The punked show goes after one specific person, or maybe a group or whatever, but they're specifically targeting someone. And when you said that at the end of the show, when they show that person on camera, they're smiling, but in this case, they're not. Well, the difference is those kids did not go into Walmart, and I understand there was 2 of them. They did not go into Walmart specifically with a person in mind, or anybody in mind, or any group of people, a family or whatever. They went in there to do this. They might have not even gone in there with the idea of doing this. Who knows? But the point is, it's not the same as punked. They couldn't have a camera trained on the person that was the butt of the joke, because the whole store heard it. It was something that they thought would be funny to say over the PA, because people will get riled up about it. I wonder if it worked for him. Of course, the dude's going to get, he's probably got his ass kicked from his parents or whatever. This day and age, he probably had a timeout, so who knows. But it is a difference. It is a difference. They did not target a specific victim. That's what I meant. So this, playing gotcha on all pranks have to have a victim. if that makes you feel like you win something, dude, or dudette, go on, believe in that. But I'm interested in honest debate of something. And you can't, I would like to see you actually come on the camera and try to debate how this is exactly violating people's civil rights. What kind of harm is this doing? What more harm is it than a kid throwing toilet paper on somebody's tree? That's a prank. Somebody's actually going to have to clean that crap up, though. So there's actually consequences in that matter. And yes, the police would arrest or ticket somebody for doing that. So just because somebody got arrested, as you pointed out, and the kid did get charged with something, it doesn't mean that this is some sort of freaking big capital offense. And I believe that the kid was arrested possibly because of political correctness. He's not just going to get a little slap on the wrist because of the outrage that was brought out. Again, because of political correctness. So I invite you, Yaniqua, to get on cam and come back to me, because if you write a little text thing, you're really not going to get nothing done. But anyway, for everybody else, talk to you later. Oh yeah, there's one other dude that I wanted to say something to. He actually believed this was a Walmart employee. Toilet Blog. He said that the person should be... He said that he thought the person should be fired. like it was really a Walmart employee that came on and made the announcement. Toilet Blog, put a shirt on, dude. Take it easy.